I have reasons to conclude that the average Nigerian worker lacks or fails to see pride in that thing they do. I'm talking about the people in the lower rungs of the ladder, the occupational ladder. I'm not talking about the people up there. We seem to not feel pride, not have pride in that menial job or in that low stuff that we do. But the truth is that we all cannot be pilots. We all cannot be nuclear scientists. We all cannot be an army general. We all cannot be doctors, lawyers. You understand what I mean? We have to have cleaners. We have to have refuse evacuators. We have to have roadside mechanics. We have to have vulcanizers. We have to have sugarcane and corn sellers. We have to have tomato and pepper sellers by the road. I'm not saying that it has to be you or that it has to be me, but we have to have them. Somebody has to do it. Nigerians have to do it, at least for the time being, until maybe in the nearest future, after Elon Musk has mass-produced and released those robots that will do these things for us. But until then, people have to do these things. So I think one of the ways to solve this problem, to correct this fault, is for people to begin to imagine the society as an engine. Imagine it as an engine. Apart from the engine body, there are other parts. There are shafts, there are cogs, there are nuts, maybe bolts, maybe seals, maybe belts, and lots of other parts. Understandably, some engine parts might feel that they are the ones that do the essential work, they are the principal parts. Yeah, maybe not. But without those other insignificant parts, the engine will not function properly. So I think people need to start feeling pride in whatever it is they do. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying people shouldn't aspire. I'm not saying people shouldn't be ambitious and strive to ascend the ladder. That's not what I mean. While we're making every legitimate effort to ascend the occupational ladder, we should see meaning in where we occupy currently. Ask yourself, in what way does this line of work contribute to the smooth running or functioning of society? Once you get an answer to that, I'm sure you will feel some sense of pride. You feel some usefulness, you know. So imagine driving down the road and you suffer a flat tire, and the tire that you are banking on, the one in your boot, you check it out, it's also flat, and then there are no roadside vulcanizers. So the roadside vulcanizer should see some good in what they do. My presence, my job here contributes to the smooth running of society, because if I'm there to fix this person's tire, they can quickly get their child or their husband or their wife to that hospital for that treatment, for that surgery. My being here saves lives. You get my point. The roadside tomato and pepper seller should see that my being here helps these other people to easily get this thing very close by, without going that far, without wasting time and putting themselves at risk, whether risk of accident or whatever. Yeah, things like that. So there was this time I was having a chat with one guy. He's a cleaner in the brewery. He works in the brewery. He's an unskilled laborer, so yeah, he's a cleaner. He cleans offices, he sweeps the floor, he sweeps. Um, and I was having this conversation with him, and I was trying to make him see what important role he plays in the society by contributing to the brewing of beer, and what important role beer and by extension alcohol plays in the society. By the way, this is not an endorsement or a condemnation of beer. It's just for educational purpose that I digress. The truth is that we all do not possess the same shock absorbers, the same ways of processing harsh realities. Some persons cannot stand it, and that's where beer or alcohol comes into play. Some persons need these things to take and forget their sorrows, you know. So I was telling this cleaner, your being there, cleaning these offices, sweeping the hallway, creates a conducive environment for the brewers, the people doing the actual brewing, you know, operating the machine, pressing the buttons. Your work makes it easy, makes it convenient, makes it conducive for them to also do. So, do you see the role you play in society, that you contribute to the smooth running of society? And maybe you do not know, Saint Augustine, one of the pillars of the Church of Christianity, it is written that he considered prostitution a necessary evil. This is not that is not that he approved of it or that he supported it, but he recognized the role that prostitution played in the society, that it was a necessary evil, though necessary, but it was still evil. Because in a society where there are no prostitutes, uh, some persons with uncontrollable sex drives might resort to rape and other undesirables. So, but that's by the way. So, back to the point. I want you to take a moment, whether you are a highly skilled laborer or semi-skilled worker or even unskilled, just take a moment and evaluate and try to find answers in what you do. Find a way to convince yourself to see that whatever you do, which is legitimate, contributes to the smooth running of society. If you and I are able to see how this legitimate work that we do contribute to the smooth running of society, I believe that we'll begin to feel some sense of pride. And yeah.